The Arabian Peninsula, vast, unforgiving. Home to a proud and resilient people, the pre-Islamic Arabs. These were the Bedouins, masters of the desert, their lives intertwined with the unforgiving landscape. Imagine a sky ablaze with stars guiding nomadic tribes across shifting sands. These were people of honor, their word as strong as the steel of their swords. Family and tribe were everything. Survival? A daily challenge met with grit and resourcefulness. This was life in the Jahiliyyah period, a time before Islam would forever alter the course of history. Water, precious, loyalty, paramount. Their code of conduct, simple yet absolute. Respect your elders, protect your kin, and above all, honor your guests. Hospitality was not just a virtue, it was a sacred duty. So, come journey with us as we delve into the heart of pre-Islamic Arabia. Forget skyscrapers, forget city lights. In pre-Islamic Arabia, the tribe was your city, your refuge, your world. Think of it as one giant, sometimes dysfunctional family. Loyalty to your tribe, non-negotiable. This was your lifeline in a harsh and unforgiving land. Each tribe had a leader, a sheikh, chosen for his wisdom and strength. He was the ultimate decision-maker, the judge, jury, and sometimes executioner. Disputes, alliances, raids, everything went through him. Think of him as the CEO of the desert, navigating the treacherous sands of tribal politics. Blood feuds sparked by a perceived insult or a stolen camel could last for generations. But even amidst these conflicts, the bonds of kinship remained strong, because when push came to shove, they knew they could only rely on each other. Think of the Arabian Peninsula as one big trading hub. No malls, no online shopping here, just endless stretches of sand and the occasional oasis bustling with activity. This was the domain of the caravan, a lifeline in the desert. Imagine a long line of camels laden with silks, spices, and precious goods winding its way across the dunes. These caravans weren't just about trade, they were cultural exchanges on the move, connecting the Arabian Peninsula to the wider world. Cities like Mecca and Medina thrived as trading centers. Merchants haggled over prices in bustling marketplaces. The air was thick with the scent of exotic spices and the sounds of different languages. The camel was king. The ship of the desert, their lifeline, it was their trusty companion in a world where survival was a daily struggle. Whispers of gods and spirits, a tapestry of beliefs. Forget organized religion as you know it. The pre-Islamic Arabs had their own unique way of connecting with the divine. Polytheism was the name of the game, with a multitude of gods and goddesses vying for their attention. Each tribe had their own patron deity, their protector and guide in a world full of uncertainties. Then there were the jinn, mischievous spirits who could be both benevolent and malevolent. These weren't your friendly neighborhood fairies. Amidst this pantheon, there was a growing belief in a single, all-powerful God, Allah. This belief would eventually pave the way for the coming of Islam and change the course of history. The soul of the desert speaks poetry in motion. Forget Shakespearean sonnets and rhyming couplets. In pre-Islamic Arabia, poetry was raw, visceral, a verbal explosion of emotions. Imagine a lone Bedouin silhouetted against the setting sun, reciting verses of love, loss, and the harsh realities of desert life. Poetry wasn't just a pastime, it was a matter of pride, a way to garner prestige and honor. Tribes held poetry contests where words were weapons and reputations were made or broken. The greatest poems, like the legendary Mu'allaqat, were considered national treasures, memorized and passed down through generations. These were people of deep emotions, and poetry was their outlet. It was their way of connecting with each other on a deeply human level. Echoes of honor and glory, tales of war and valor. Let's be honest, folks, life in pre-Islamic Arabia wasn't all poetry readings and camel rides. Conflict was a part of life, a fact as constant as the scorching sun and shifting sands. But this wasn't just about brute force. It was about honor, courage, and protecting what was yours. Think of it as a deadly game of chess played with swords and spears. Raids, often sparked by disputes over resources or a desire for plunder, were a fact of life. These were no random acts of violence, they were carefully planned operations, governed by a strict code of conduct. Even in war, there were rules. They valued courage, loyalty, and the willingness to defend their tribe and their honor. In the harsh realities of the desert, sometimes the only way to ensure peace was to be prepared for war.